Hi, I'm Jeff Moran. I want to welcome you to True Texas History. Today we're going to be talking about the San Batista raid. This is an incident in Texas history that's fascinating. And once again, it concerns the Texas Navy. And I like the Texas Navy. They always had some fascinating stories, and most people don't know a whole lot about the Texas Navy. But in the raid, which occurred on this day, November 20th, 1840. The Zavala and three other Texas vessels were involved. They had essentially been lent out to the Yucatan military, and they proceeded to go up the Tabasco River. Now, the Tabasco River is over there in the Yucatan, thick jungles, lots of trees. And their goal was to reach the town of San Batista. Back then it was known as St. John the Baptist. Its name was changed later on to Villa Hermosa. But, and this was part of the effort by the Yucatanos to grow independent of Mexico. They figured that if they used the Texas Navy, that could be accomplished. And after a couple of attempts at entering the Tabasco River, some of our boats ended up getting stuck on some of the sandbars where it empties out in the Gulf. And then they finally came up with the idea, okay, let's get the Zavala, which was a paddle wheeler, to go ahead and pull the other ships up the river. And so that's what they did, and they finally got it past the sandbar and to San Juan Bautista. Now, once they reached the city, they demanded its surrender. Now, the city was isolated because there were no roads to it. Like I said, in that part of the Yucatan, lots of jungle, lots of trees prevented any type of road from being built at that time. The garrison surrendered, wasn't even in the town. In fact, they found out later that the garrison, the troops went ahead and left after they heard that the Texas Navy had crossed the sandbar, the Tabasco sandbar, and were coming in force. So it ended up being a victory for the Yucatanos. It established the presence of the Texas Navy. Well, it got the ire of former President Sam Houston very upset. And this is one of those incidents that led to him wanting to dismantle the Navy as part of his presidential policy once he resumed office. But the time the incident occurred, we were dealing with the President Lamar administration and their policies, and he had no problem with letting the Texas Navy assist other people in their efforts at achieving independence. I find the episode fascinating. Now, later on, there were some others that had trouble with it. And I like this one quote by a British diplomat in 1840. So same year, he says, "One great fault of the Texians is that they try to do everything at once, and having done very little, and that badly, they imagine they've succeeded. They contracted great debt for a navy, and having disgusted the officers, they have seduced from other services by irregularity of pay and inactivity as regards the service they lay it up, together with the officers." Yeah, so the British didn't like us having a navy. The Americans didn't like us having a navy because, at that time we essentially were controlling a lot of the Gulf of Mexico. And yes, we did seduce some of the officers from other branches of service, but it made for a noble little history. Anyways, that's a story of the San Juan Bautista raid. I hope you enjoyed it. If there's other episodes or things you're interested in, leave them below and I'll be glad to get back to you on it. Thank you, and vaya con Dios, my friends. Goodbye.